my scrappy friends, and welcome to my channel today. So I have a share for you that is part of the Colour Blast Kit Club. This is one of my projects for the June kit. Tanisha asked for volunteers to do an art journal page, so I put my hand up, and I've been wanting to try one of these not art journal pages, and I like the idea of the smaller format compared to my normal art journals. So a little bit of a backstory. I've recently discovered someone new on YouTube, and her name is Kim Dello. If you don't follow her already, I suggest you do. But she uses what she calls junk journals, and you know, like these little pamphlets and stuff that you pick up around the place. She uses these as her junk journals, and it got me thinking that it's a smaller format, and like I said, I wanted to try a smaller format and something that I felt a bit more freer to play in, I guess. So I have got my June kit here, and I have done 2 coats of black gesso, 2 coats of our black heavy gesso here, because I wanted that to be completely covered. Now, if you're playing along with the kits, then you could obviously use your regular journal or a piece of paper, whatever is at your disposal, whatever you feel like using. But like I said, I wanted to try a smaller format, especially knowing, so we got the 6x6 paper pad in this kit this month, and I knew I wanted to fussy cut some designs, so that's what I've done. I just wanted to quickly jump on and give you a little bit of background about exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm going to pop you on fast forward, and I hope you enjoy the process. So I'm back, and sorry, I made this a couple of weeks ago and I'm working on my blog post now. This is not a blog post, this is a process video. Sorry. Okay, so I remember what I did now. I've started with the colour paste in Snow White, and you can see I've just applied a little bit to my palette knife and smushed it onto my glass mat, and I've separated it into 2 piles, well, 2 little blobs, and in one of the blobs I've added a couple of drops of the silver colour shimmer brush marker. In the other one I've left it white or clear or whatever you want to call it, and you can see I'm just literally randomly smushing it through my stencil on my art journal page. It's not a huge difference, but it's enough of a difference that I'm really happy with it, and you get a few different colour variations. I'm just gonna, what am I doing? Mixing up that last little bit, and I'm gonna smush that through because the plain paste kind of took over a little bit. There you go. Now it looks really white there. You will see that it goes more clear. This is me using up the rest of the paste that I've got on there. I was surprised at how much I got off the stencil when I used my brayer, and it's given a really cool texture. I've painted over the top of this since I've made this, and it looks really awesome. But that's what I do with my leftover product. So I'm leaving my art journal page to dry, and I've started to work on my layers. I'm using this little page from the 6x6 pad with the little tickets all over it, and I wanted to show you quickly how I got this out. So if you don't have one of these tools, I highly recommend that you invest in one. Best things ever. Mine is a Spellbinders brand, but any of them will work. And you can see I just rolled it straight on top of that cutting mat and caught all of the little offcut bits. I've done 2 of those. I only end up using 1 on this page, but that's okay. So I'm adding some white splatters. I'm using my white heavy gesso and a bit of water and a paintbrush, and I'm just going to splatter that all over the background. Some little splatters, and I think I come back in with some bigger ones. I was really tempted to do the smushing of the bristles technique, but I thought, no, I want to keep this one a little bit more soft and feminine, so I actually managed to. You can see I'm just drying off those splatters. Now the other thing that I did that you haven't seen is I have fussy cut all of most of one of the 6x6 papers with these beautiful florals on it. I do only end up using one, and you can see here this is me putting the page together. I decided that I wanted to use that die cut as a bit of a layer behind, but I didn't want it to be like perfect on the ends and stuff. So you can see I'm literally just tearing it apart. Now it does line up. You'll see in the close-ups that I've lined it up so that it looks like it's one continuous piece, which I'm really impressed with myself for doing. I'm not normally that smart. And you can see I'm just tearing off little bits and pieces and adding them where I think I need a little bit of extra layer. And I think I end up using most of the little bits that I tear off as well. I was like, I think I need something else behind here. So I grabbed some of this burlap. Cut that to size. And what I'm going to do here, I think this is where so I'm going to stick that die cut directly to the back of this fussy cut piece. And I'm just applying a tiny little dot of adhesive where it overlaps each other. And then I'm just sticking that to the back so that I can move all of that as one piece when I get to it. I'm not going to make you watch all of this, but you can see I'm just putting little dots of adhesive all over and then gluing it straight to the back of that fussy cut piece. That's the whole lot done. And you can see I can move it all as one piece now without it going all over the place and me losing bits. So I'm trying to work out how I want to layer this burlap behind there. You can see I'm just like messing it up, making it a little bit less perfectly aligned and stuff. Then I had the idea that all these little bits that fell off, maybe I can use them. So you can see, what am I doing? I think at this point I decided to move it so it was going from the top left to the bottom right more so than from the top right to the bottom left. And I'm much happier with the way that looks. I love how those extra little bits that fell off I'm able to use to continue it up and down. Again, you'll be able to see that better in the close-ups. So when I fussy cut that 6x6 paper, I have fussy cut the tiny little butterflies as well. And they are tiny, but they're so cute. So that's what I'm mucking around with right now. I'm just finding a placement for them. I think it just gives it that little bit of something extra. You can see I'm just finding little homes for them. There are some itty bitty tiny, like maybe half the size of my littlest fingernail, maybe. And I'm going to stick those down. Now I haven't stuck down that main cluster still. I felt like I still needed something, but I wasn't sure what or how or what I was going to do. So I thought I would just continue on with what I was doing because it was working. And here I'm like, okay, add the glue. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I stick the fabric to the back of my cluster there and then I pull out the white thread. So I've got those random strands on the back there. I'm applying a tiny bit of glue. Well, actually, no, I'm not applying a tiny bit of glue. I'm applying a stack of glue. Then I go to stick this down and then go, oh, hang on, I wanted to add thread. Yeah, clever one, Melinda. I'm just looping my thread onto the page and I really like the extra texture it gives, and it's not a great deal of depth, but it kind of gives the whole page more depth. Yeah, that's kind of the best way I can think to explain it. I'm going to add my main cluster on there. This page does not have a title. If you can think of one, hey, let me know. Maybe I can give it a name. Just fussing with the white cotton there, making sure I'm happy with it. And I think, oh no, that's it. Yes, we're finished. So here are some close-ups. You can really see that that colour paste through there. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I do have another share for this kit, so I hope you enjoy. And I shall see you again very soon with my next scrapbooking process video. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.